We are sitting with closed legs, straight back. We tension our foot muscles and then we relax. We shorten the distance between our toes and heels. So as you see, you just take in and then you relax. Take care of the way how you do it. Tension as much as you just can and then you relax as much as you just can. Try to keep on the floor your heels all the time and also your big toe. If you're done with one leg, then you just do on to the other side. Try to not be faster as you can do it. It's better to do it slower than to do it too fast. And if you're done with the left, then just do separately. First, the right leg, you tension and then you relax, and then the left leg, you tension and then you relax. Try to sit on your sit bones with straight back. The way back is the same. You take in your toes and then you keep your toes where you took in and then you just relax backwards and then you just put down your heels. Try always relax as much as you just can. We are sitting with straight back. Our legs are front of us with straightened knee and we flex back our feet. Your arms are beside you and you can put down your fingers on the floor. This helps you to take down your shoulders. You point your feet and then you point your toes and then backwards you take back your toes first and then you flex back your whole foot. Take care that this should go a bit separately. So first your foot and then the toes and then backwards the toes and then the whole foot. Try to keep your knee straight. Try to keep your spine straight and take down your shoulders. Try to keep together your feet and go always to the maximum. You flex it back till the maximum and then you point your feet till the maximum. Do at least 8 of this exercise. We take the same position. We are sitting on our sit bones with straight spine, straight legs. We keep our legs together, also at the ankle, also at the toes. Our arms are beside us and our fingers touching the floor. We point our feet the very same way as we just did before, but this time we don't separate it. So we go all the way down and then we come back. Take care that first we take down the foot and then the toes and then the toes comes back and then the whole foot. Try not to move your knees, but try to move together your both feet and go to the maximum. But now you don't stop it, only you stop when you are pointing it down towards the floor and then you come back all the way. We sit in the same position, we take down our shoulders, straight spine, straight knees, the legs close together. But this time we point down our feet to the maximum. And we only move our toes. We spread out our toes as much as we can and then we point back. Try to not move your ankles, try to not move your knees. Only spread out your toes and then point back. Try to do it at least 10 or 20 times. So how we make our first position? You sit with straight legs front of you, with straight spine. Your arms are beside you as we just did before. You are in parallel position, you flex it back towards yourself, and then as you can see on the video, with white signs, you just take to the side, but just from your hips. Try not to pull it from your knee or from your ankle. That's a bit unhealthy. You point your feet, as we just did, and then your toes, and then you take back your toes, and then you flex back your foot. We do the same as we did before, only this is in first position. This is what's called in classical ballet first position. Try to move your foot together. Try to keep your knee straight and your back straight. Go to the maximum. And try to go with your toes towards the floor. Try to do this separately. We are starting in the same position. We sit on our sit bones, straight spine, straight leg, and we take our first position. Try to only rotate it from your hips, not from your knee and not from your ankle. We do the same as we did before, but without any stops. We don't separate it that much. Try to continue. You go down, you point your feet, then you come back from your toes and flex it back all the way. Try to not move your knee. Try to push a little bit your ankle to the front. We sit in the same position and we point our foot, also our toes. We spread out our toes and then point it back. We flex back the toes and spreading it out and then pointing back. Try to do it as fast as you can without moving your ankle, your heels, your knee, or even your back. Try to do it 10 or 20 times. It looks easier than it is. We sit in the same position. We close our legs this time, we are in parallel position, and flex back our foot. So we're pointing down one of our foot and the other one we flex it back. Try to do it in the same way as we did before. So the last thing what you point down is your toes, but the first thing what comes back is your toes again. Do it at least 8 times. Always go to the maximum and try not to bend your knees or your back, especially your lower back. This time we will use a TheraBand. We will sit in the very same position. You can take your other leg beside you or it can be straight and for front of you. But this TheraBand, I'm using a red one, but you can use a stronger one. This is one of the loosest. So if you, for example, choose the black one, which is the strongest, it's also fine. Or usually I use actually the blue one, which is the medium. You can find this elastic tire in online shops or in other sport department store. I suggest you to not start with the strongest one, but try to find for yourself a looser one, a looser TheraBand. Just for the start, and then you will see for later how it works out for you. We take the middle of this TheraBand and then we just put on our toes and a little bit even further down. Our goal is with this TheraBand just to make a little bit of resistance to our foot. So our muscles have to work harder. So we point our feet down and then the last thing is our toes and then backwards again our toes comes back and then we flex back our foot. Try to not move your other foot. We only work with our working foot. Try not to move your hands as well. So where you keep the TheraBand, try to keep it there, don't move. Of course, if it comes down on your toes, then you just put it back again. And we just do it separately, so we point our feet and then the toes, and then we pull back our toes and then the whole feet. We take the same position as before. We flex our foot back, and the TheraBand is kind of halfway down on our foot, a little bit actually more back. We sit on our sit bones, our spine is straight, still, and we stretch our knee. Try to not pull back too much the TheraBand. It's enough if it's a little bit of resistance. Video indul. And then we do the same as we did before, but now without stopping, without separating it. But the way how we go down, it's the same. So the foot, the toes comes back, and then we flex back our foot. Try to keep your knee, and try to keep the TheraBand as well. We are sitting in the same position, we still use the TheraBand, but this time we will point our foot. Try to cover with this TheraBand all of your toes. And you just pull back your toes and then down and back and down. Try to not move your ankle, your heel or your knee, even not your hands and your spine. Try to do it as fast as you can and go to the maximum always. So you point your toes as much as you can, and then you flex back your toes as much as you can. And then do the whole series to the other foot as well.